What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. You know what? I haven't done one of these in a good while, but given this is the Fallout show from SummerSlam last Saturday, I thought it'd be convenient to do one right now, as it was somewhat of a newsworthy show tonight. But before I do begin this Monday Night Raw review, one thing I want to say right off the bat is go check out the SummerSlam review, which is uploaded online right now between me and Black Shaggy. And if you want to watch the tape B version of it with Straight Face 40, both of those reviews are online right now. We had a lot to say about SummerSlam from last Saturday, so go check out that review to get our thoughts on it. But moving on into Monday Night Raw, Minneapolis, Minnesota, as we kicked off the show with Cody Rhodes coming out. One thing to say right here, I know they announced this already, but the commentary teams have changed currently right now, as in Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on Raw, and Michael Cole will also be on SmackDown. They decided to put Cole on two shows. I thought he just got moved to Raw, but he will be on SmackDown with Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick. I'm sorry, I don't still really think Kevin Patrick is really that good. Yeah, I don't know if he'll be really that well on SmackDown either, but I don't know. I guess they had Cole out there with him, so we'll see what happens. But yes, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett are on Raw now all of a sudden. But right after that, Cody Rhodes came out. Cody Rhodes basically speaking on what happened at SummerSlam last Saturday, and he wanted to talk about Brock Lesnar, given that Brock Lesnar is from Minnesota, and talk about surviving a match with Brock Lesnar, and now shaking his hand at SummerSlam after the match, and even talking to his mom, basically saying Brock Lesnar acknowledged you and whatnot, especially coming out of there. Because, since Cody said, if I beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, I can beat anybody in the world right now. But before Cody Rhodes could continue on, Seth Rollins came out, who looked like a giant rubber ducky, in my opinion, especially with those giant yellow boots. Um, Talked about this as Monday Night Rollins, and last time, you know, the last time he came out to address the title and everything, Rhodes was the first one out here, so he's gonna return the favor. Rollins basically, he heard him and said, "You could beat anyone in the world, right? So you want to put it to the test right now." Next, Judgment Day came out. Priest basically talking about saying we run Monday Night Raw. That Judgment Day dictates what happens right here in title matches. I have the Money in the Bank briefcase, and talked about Cody, you're done with the Beast, but Dom's not done with you. And talk about the whole North American title. But next, Rollins, Finn Balor came out and attacked. In Sami Zayn came out for the save as the faces, took out the heels. Cody Rhodes ended up basically saying, we ended up in a cutter on Rollins and whatnot, which kind of got you know Rollins pissed off, but Cody got on the mic and said it's gonna be a 6-man tag tonight. But next, Cody and Rollins start arguing with each other as Sami Zayn tried to be the peacemaker. So obviously now tensions between Rhodes and Rollins. I don't think they can have Cody Rhodes go for this World Heavyweight title. Obviously, we all know the title that he needs to get, that we all been known for the longest time. It wouldn't make no sense to go after Seth in this World Heavyweight Championship. Some still call it the consolation belt, but no, they don't need to do that. Knowing them, they could, but I don't think they need to. Um, One thing Michael Cole had noted that the first hour of Raw would be commercial free. Basically, right after Ricochet's talking to Pierce in the back after what happened Saturday. But right now, it's going to be a fatal 4-way to see who will be next for the Intercontinental Championship. Tommaso Ciampa, Chad Gable, Matt Riddle, and Ricochet out there. A very good fatal 4-way, nonstop. Kept going, crazy. Like I said, just nonstop action. Very enjoyable. But it ended up with Gable getting the win with the Chaos Theory suplex onto I believe Champa. By the way, Gable is from here, so right after he won, he ended up picking up his young son out there, who's wearing his gear and everything. Running around the ring. So a big win for Chad Gable, which the guy's been pretty over, and the guy's really good. So at least it looks like it's being more than him being in the whole um, comedy thing usually we see out of Alpha Academy. So Gable getting some type of a push right now, especially to go for the Intercontinental Championship. But a good win for him. But right after that, once again, Sammy's trying to make peacemaker between Rollins and Rhodes. Talking about Judgment Day took out Kevin Owens. So, we got to be cool about this tonight. Um, Bronson Reed went against Shinsuke Nakamura. A pretty good match out there, I should say. I know we've seen this before, and basically back and forth wins between them and even Ciampa with whatever type of triple threat feud they've been going on with. But Shinsuke Nakamura ended up getting the win with two Kinshasas, one to the back of the head and the front of the head. So he ended up getting it from there. Raquel was in the trainer's room. As the Way or just Candice and Indy were right there checking on her then, talking about her knee injury. Um, what else? Kaiser, I guess, was looking for Gable and only ran into Maxine Dupree, which Otis even challenged him to a match then later on tonight. Becky Lynch came out to cut a promo, basically talking about, she's finally going to get the Trish Stratus. She's going to take her out. She's going to get that match. But Zoe Stark basically went on saying you've become obsessed and that the man's left their balls at home. And basically, I've been in the ring twice with you. Which, by the way, Stark promo was somewhat pretty rough. The same kind of same thing with Becky also. Stark's basically saying, I am that good and I can beat you again. And even though she had some what chance here and there too. But she said she's the fastest rising star and now the baddest in the locker room. Shayna Baszler, who came out all taped up with a black eye, basically saying, I took out Ronda Rousey, so now I'm the baddest in the locker room right now, even though how god-awful that match was on Saturday. Go check out the review for that. But, Becky said, let's get a match right now. So they went to get a referee. Balor was talking to JD McDonough. We haven't really seen him in a while until now. Now they're actually back to talking again. We kind of saw this in the beginning when he got here, but like they stopped and went back to it. Priest wanted to talk to him about his Judgment Day business, but he said, no, I've known McDonough for 20 years. He can he can stay here and listen. As basically they talked about the plan that was supposed to happen at SummerSlam, and that I guess none of them didn't even follow the plan, and that Balor lost. But talk about that contract is crowding them. Ripley says, no, we're not doing this again. You guys need to get on the same act with each other. But McDonough says it's not my place, but that briefcase is coming between Priest and Balor, which, maybe we should get rid of it. Priest was pissed off, but Ripley calmed him down then. Shayna Baszler went against Zoe Stark. Becky Lynch was at the commentary, which, table was for somehow, some way they was able to get lemonade. Maybe it was some good lemonade. But, the match itself wasn't bad. Obviously, Stark kind of got distracted by Becky, which Baszler basically took over, ended up hitting Rousey's finisher on Stark then, so Baszler got the win. Nakamura basically talked about he's tired of people getting in his way. Things are going to change now. Next thing you know, McDonough is beating up Sami Zayn, which I don't know what happened to Sami Zayn's elbow. And I don't even think I saw this earlier or what happened, if he hit it on something, but it looked like the size of a golf ball, just a huge knot on his elbow. Someone say it looked like Cena's back in like 2013 when he had that big golf ball like shaped thing on his arm. But yeah, it looked really bad. I don't really know what happened to Sami Zayn or what happened to his arm. So I guess that was a way to take him out of the match later on tonight. Kaiser went against Otis, ended up with Imperium getting involved and helping Kaiser win. Next thing you know, he attacked Otis. Gable came out for the save then as they backed off. Cody and Seth Rollins was exiting the trainer's room as Rollins says that Sami Zayn will not be able to go tonight. So this might as well be 3-on-1 because he doesn't trust Cody. But Nakamura says he saw what happened. He would like to help out tonight. So Rollins says he respected him for a long time and he would appreciate the help. The Miz came out. Wow, every time I do a review, it's always a phone call when I do a review. What's up with that? It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, these phone calls. But yeah, as I was saying before, I get all these phone calls and whatnot. The Miz is out there basically talking about, wow, how insane is that to happen to get another phone call? But yeah, what was it saying? L.A. Knight. God damn, I can't get through these phone calls. You hear this? You hear this? Yeah, you hear that ring sound. It's like it just keeps happening. But like I said, the Miz is out here talking about L.A. Knight, who supposedly is on Raw for whatever reason. But then again, just fuck the draft because anybody shows up on any shows at this point. But Miz didn't like that. LA Knight didn't shake his hand. He demanded he come out there and how he got eliminated from the battle royale. LA Knight being super over, saying "Let me talk to you." LA Knight basically talked about that handshake again, but Miz basically saying you're just trying to take everything, the charisma, the money, the matches, all the stuff. Even my hot wife. Next thing you got is LA Knight. He's a flash in the pan. You're just an attitude era wannabe cosplay guy. Where we heard that one before, and okay, I guess this isn't about the handshake then. It's personal and stuff. But Miz basically saying you've only been here like 3 months, okay? I've been here for 20 years. I've been kicked out of locker rooms. People say I'd be fired in the first few months. I've main evented WrestleMania. I'm a two-time Grand Slam champion. And then his night basically went on, talked about, yeah, you got a 20-year head start ahead of me and whatnot, but I'm a dangerous man. Okay, and right now I'm looking for my opening. I'm looking for my spot right now. Cause right now your career is in the toilet. Mine's on the climb right now. And basically you're a stepping stone. Miz and like being called a stepping stone. And basically not the stepping stones he's got down there. But I'm on a different level now. Miz took off his jacket. LA Knight was ready to fight too. But Miz tried to go for his finisher. But Knight ended up hitting him with the stunner. I'm sorry, the blunt force trauma, leave him in the ring. So I guess it's gonna be Miz versus LA Knight, but then again, LA Knight is on SmackDown, so why is he here? The Viking Raiders were there for an open challenge. Next thing you know, we got a return, the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Kofi, I know, has been out with a with an ankle injury, so we haven't seen him in several months. Woods, I just don't really remember honestly the last thing he did, but he just been kind of gone himself. But the New Day was back, trombones and everything. They ended up beating the Viking Raiders then, and whatnot, Trouble in Paradise and that big elbow Woods does. So good to see the New Day back and say they're going back for their tag team gods here. They're gonna be going back for those titles again. So the New Day was back. Next thing you know, they did announce that Sonya Deville is now indefinitely injured with a torn ACL. Basically, those women tag titles are cursed. Okay, they've been cursed for a very long time, and now an injury has happened with those titles being cursed. So, what other tag teams are there with the women? I have no idea. Well, you got to wait now since they're back on TV. It looks like because before the main event happened, Raquel ended up attacking Ripley. Candice and Indy got involved, even starting to attack. Ripley tried to fight everybody, but security was able to get rid of all of them. As in the main event was Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Judgment Day. A very good main event to end off the show. Obviously, Sami Zayn came back out there, even though he was really holding that arm. So I don't know how bad his arm is out there, but them trying to use the Money in the Bank briefcase. Seth super kicking the briefcase into Balor's face. Cody hit the crossroads on Balor as Rhodes won the match. Then next thing you know, Cody and Rollins are still kind of arguing. Sami Zayn raising their arms, everybody shaking hands, Nakamura and stuff. But they shook hands and celebrated. But as soon as Seth Rollins turned around, Nakamura hit him with a Kinshasa. So now it's probably gonna be Nakamura versus Rollins for that world title next. I guess that's gonna be Seth's next feud going into Payback. So we'll see what happens from there. Um, and whatnot. Since Nakamura keeps saying he's getting tired of everybody getting in his way, so maybe finally something big is going to be happening with Nakamura if he's going for the world title right now. Just keep Cody away from that title, obviously. Will Judgment Day continue to get involved? I don't know. Will JD McDonough somehow be in Judgment Day? I'm not sure. Or will Balor and Priest betray each other, which looks like it may be happening. So I don't know. We'll see. Overall, I thought it was a pretty newsworthy show, especially the fallout from SummerSlam from the pay-per-view on Saturday. So a lot was going on here. I thought it was a little bit better than what I saw on SummerSlam in a way in some parts, but obviously a lot of newsworthy stuff coming out of SummerSlam last Saturday. Hell, Raw was commercial free for the first whole hour. Okay, so yeah. But other than that, that's all I really got to say about Monday Night Raw tonight. Comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, HoodieNight890. I'll see y'all then. Peace out.